Hey folks, if you are low income or middle income and you've been looking to go solar but couldn't afford it, well, I got great news for you. The Biden administration just dumped $7 billion in grants into residential solar. Find out how you can take advantage of that. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining the channel, but before we dive in, please make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. That helps us build the channel and get out in front of more folks. If you're in the Texas area specifically, please give us a call, email us, check out our website. We're here to help. If you just want a fair deal, you want to be treated honestly, reach out to us. We get back quickly and I can't wait to hear from you. In August of 2022, the Biden administration and Congress worked to pass the Inflation Reduction Act, the IRA. Now, that did a number of things to help expand solar across the industry. One of the key things that it did was it helped to raise the tax credit from 26% up to 30%. So that was retroactive back through 2022. That's now a tax credit that we have for 10 years from that date. So it's still going to be around for a little bit. But outside of federal tax credits, which not everyone can take advantage of, we now have, as of this week, heard the announcement that the Biden administration is now dumping $7 billion in grant money, federal grant money, into the United States. Specifically in Texas, we're looking at $250 million in grant money. Now, what's the difference between a grant and a tax incentive, like a tax credit? Well, a tax credit you can only take advantage of if you have tax liabilities, meaning if you pay taxes, if you have a job, if you're paying taxes and you're paying into the system, at the end of the year when you file your taxes, you can get a tax credit. It's not a rebate. It is a credit, which means that if you owe a certain amount of money to the IRS, they will deduct the amount of that 30% federal tax credit for your solar system away from the amount that you owe the IRS. If you overpaid the IRS, then what they do is they take that tax credit and they look at it as an overpayment, and then you would get that money back in a tax refund. But that's only if you're paying taxes. Many lower income people and lower middle income people do not pay a lot of taxes, if any at all. They don't make enough income to actually get taxed. Now, what this new grant does, it actually dumps money into the system so that people that are low income and middle income can now take advantage of federal tax incentives and federal tax subsidies to help them go solar. Now, if you live in the Houston area, this grant is particularly going to be of interest to you. $250 million of that $7 billion is now fully allocated to help low-income and middle-income customers in the greater Houston area here in Texas to go solar. That's a huge incentive. Now, we've all seen these scammy ads about the government's going to give you free money to go solar. That's all been lies, but now what we're looking at is actual grant money. Now, what's this actually going to look like? Is there a form that you're going to fill out and it will just, take you through this portal and then you'll get grant money? Not necessarily. All of this is going to have to go through that coalition, which means that there's going to be community solar projects that are going to be in the pipeline. There are going to be potentially individual residential homeowners that can qualify for this, but they also want to look at building microgrids and making the grid more resilient. So this is an incredible opportunity, especially if you're in the greater Houston area, to get involved in solar, specifically if you're low income or middle income. Now, what does that all actually look like? Well, if your household income is about $50,000 to $72,000, you fall within that middle income or that lower income threshold, which means that normally you would not necessarily be able to take advantage of other types of incentives and credits, such as energy community credits, but low income types of subsidies and things like that that commercial businesses can take advantage of are not necessarily something that you would have seen before in the past, something that you could qualify for. But this is residential only. It's specific to homeowners, and it's a really, really great opportunity to get into solar. All right, that's basically it, folks. But if you have any questions about this grant money and how that's all working out, we don't have all of the answers yet because this information just got out. This release was just made last week. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be staying on top of the news. We'll keep you informed all along the way, but don't hesitate to reach out, call, email us, and we'd love to talk to you about specifically if you're in Montgomery County, Harris County, and in the greater surrounding Houston area. Thank you so much, and God bless.